receiver is at SX96. The antenna is an inverted V. The microphone is a D104. No on the swap, no on the round table, and there's nothing else we can add. 73's all. And thank you very much, George, and thanks, Skip, for taking the airlifts. WA6HCX, K6ZTA.
Okay, Ron, very good. Another 2.5 signal. Okay. Next up, I have AI6LY. John, your turn. Go ahead.
Thanks, George. WA6HCX and the group AI6LY. John up here north of Santa Cruz. And George, a pretty good signal with QSD, but at times you're 30 over. And so is Steve, SYD, and John AMI. And Andy. You guys are all strong tonight, but that's as usual. So fine band conditions are okay. AMI number 1773. All the good equipment is crated up out in the garage. We're still working on finding ourselves a home QTH on, well, let's say on the same side of the border as M9 AMI. So we're working on it. Meanwhile, I'm using the Yaesu as a transmitter, and the FL2100 is thermionic, so we have something to look at that's glowing on the side here. So about probably 250 watts of carrier here going up to the inverted V at 35 feet. No swap, no round table for me. Thanks for tuning in that, George. Always good to hear you in there. WA6HCX. Good evening, AI6LY.
Okay, John, very good. 2.5 signal from you. I'm realizing, I'm looking at checking my tube. My antenna is just picking up a lot of background noise on my antenna. Otherwise, it'd be much easier to copy. Okay, next up, 6IYC, Larry, your turn. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, 6HCX and the AMI group. Here's Larry, K6IYC, in the California, the Granite Hills above El Cajon. Thanks for getting me on the list, thanks, Skip, and the relay box. That was good. And yeah, you guys were Viking Ranger, and I'm using the D104 microphone to make it all happen. That signal speed is 101 when you're monitoring by the SB16 skip, and my WSO rod meter. Today we'll see on the MSQ170 matching speaker, and that signal's going out the window to my inverted V at 25 feet, and we'll go to it. And I just got it set up just right for this band for 75 meters like this. So no in the swamp, no in the round table. I'm going to be glad to listen to the rest of that. And my AMI number is 1815. That's it for me, George. Thanks for putting everything on. WA6HCX, 86IYC.
Okay, Larry, very good. Full copy. Yeah, Q5. Okay, next up, oh my God, the beacon signal from Long Beach. When your signal fades, Steve, everything else is gone. I mean, the world is gone. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, George. Thank you for running the net tonight under for you very challenging conditions, and it's really not great on receive here either, George. It's all. I'm on KSS because Skip, I just can't hear him at all, and it's been very challenging. And KF6SYD, Stephen Long, BJMI 1708, CCA AM 1000D broadcast transmitter. No smoke, not hot anymore. Sure am enjoying regular weather again up here. And not too much going on here, but it seems like could you please, George, could you please call Phil? None of us heard him. If you called him, we didn't. The man deserves a second chance. I don't remember hearing him, and a lot of guys didn't. That's N6WHK Phil. He kind of didn't get out there and get to make his turn. Maybe I didn't hear him. A lot of guys didn't. So you might. Could you please try him again before you move down to Dave? That would really be cool. Thank you, George, for running the net tonight. You're doing a great job. Appreciate you. I'll be in for the round table. I can't remember your call letters yet. WA6HCX. There it came. Back over to you, KF6SYD.
Okay, Steve, as usual, beautiful signal coming in here. And yes, let's try Phil, N6WHK. Phil, you copy. Please come back.
Phil, copies you all the way through so far. Band is not in great condition. I understand how you missed me. That's no big gig. We sat here and we figured we'd check in at the end of the list. Anyway, running with normal equipment, Viking Ranger, Hamilton HQ110, and thank you everybody who tried to get in there to relay for me. The Viking Ranger, Hamilton HQ110, L4B. That's to put the signal out there, but I guess it's not putting enough out. It could be antenna, it could be this pure condition. Johnson Matchbox to keep everything under control. B104 mic. They put the golden drones out there. About 285 feet of wire and a kind of a diamond configuration. And so that's about it here. I won't be around for the round table. Our band is not that great. So back to net control. November 6th, Whiskey Hotel Kilo.
Okay, Phil. I'm copying you, Q5. Again, as I said, my receivers have a very high level of noise tonight in the background. But copying you, Q5. And Dave, Steve, thanks for reminding me of this. Next up, Dave, WJ6W. What's happening in Tarzana tonight, Dave?
So, hello, George. WA6HX, WJ6W. Yeah, okay. Well, Phil, first of all, you're just burning in here, Phil. I think you were stronger than Steve, believe it or not. You were just really strong yourself. From my perspective, there's nothing wrong with your antenna or anything. So I guess it's just conditions that are affecting, some folks at whatever distance it is. So anyway, and we had some program up the band earlier. That's gone. So things are getting better here, at least from my perspective. Yeah, let's see. I'm sorry to hear about everybody having smoke problems. Yeah, some big fires down here in Southern California. And we're doing okay so far. It's interesting, a few weeks ago, I think it was on a Sunday morning, I woke up and I smelled smoke. Went out and looked out the window into the yard, and the whole valley was just socked in with this smoke, really heavy smoke, and I thought, sure, there's a fire right around here. And I went and drove around and didn't find anything, and I finally reported it in to the fire department. And they said, yeah, people have been talking about it, but there were never any reports of a fire or anything. So, there were fires further away, so I guess it was just smoke that came into the area for a few hours. but it was really heavy. That was kind of strange. So, but we haven't experienced anything with this this current set of fires so far. Cross our fingers. Okay, let's see. Running in Super Senior tonight, and no swap and no round table. So I'll just send it back to you, George. WA6HCX, WJ6W.
Okay, Dave, very good. And I'm thinking about your area there, Tarzana, in that area, all those hills and all that vegetation, and narrow roads. So keep our fingers crossed that you never have to go through an evacuation and that sort of thing. Not fun. But in all our experience, we've done it here, of course, this year with the smoke. But fortunately, the fire did not get that close to us. So anyhow, stay safe. Say hello to Christina. I'm looking at my group here. Bob. W9JIB, Bob. Are you still in contact with your friends over at the, what do they call it? The agency there, space, and all that good stuff. Anyhow, Bob, pick it up.
Oh, okay, George. HCX, Group WA9JIB. Well, when you use the term the agency, that means something else. That typically means the CIA. No, I never worked. But if I had, I probably couldn't talk about it. No, I worked for NASA, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and no, I'm not really in contact with the folks anymore, other than occasionally with somebody from human resources, HR. So, but I hope that will change at some point. Maybe I'll go back one day. But there may be another round of layoffs before any of that happens. So things are probably not looking as rosy over there. So the downside of this for you, George, is if I sat just 2 offices away from the guy who headed the program to protect Earth from near Earth collision asteroids. I would have known shortly after he knew, and then I would have called you. But the connection is now broken, George. You're on your own now. So if an asteroid slams Sandina, please do not blame CIB. CIB is out of the loop. Anyway, well, I'm glad I'm running my Valiant tonight. It's finally cool enough to flip on the Valiant. And because otherwise maybe I wouldn't be heard given these conditions. But anyway, I do have it on, the usual 145 watts carrier, D104, modulating that through, what do I got? I got 3 6146s and a final US module. That's one thing I like about the Valiant. That is really outrageous. It has 5 6146s. Radio. I don't think that's ever been done before, or since, but I love it. So, the antenna is the usual inverted dipole hanging off the 35-foot mast. The receiver, the Timberland HQ129 X-ray. No AMI number for me, no buy-sell swap. A lot of signals. I'm copying everybody, but with varying degrees, but I guess just to see we're going to hang out, though. I will hang out for maybe 1 cycle of round table, although I do need to get on to other things. Those boys for company. And I guess I'm the caboose here tonight, unless somebody else wants to come in behind me. Back to you, George. WA6HCX, WA9JIB.
Okay, Bob, very good. And by the way, you have our permission. You don't have to wear that aluminum foil hat anymore. Go around like the rest of us. So you have our permission. Great to hear you tonight. And let's see, that's the list. I have it. Anyone else wanting to join us, please come on.
WA68CX. WB6ZBX.
Okay, Jeff, very good. Wow, I am going to have to work on my receiver system, antenna system here. I never hear this amount of noise on your signal. It's strong, but my God, background noise is unacceptable. Anyhow, Jeff, what's happening in the valley? No fires, I hope, in your area. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, George. WB6ZBX. This is Jeff in the wilds of southeast of Fresno, about 10 miles or so. And tonight I'm up at the house on the 30K4, listening on the 75A4. And there are some fires burning here to the east of me, southeast and northeast of me, but they're not affecting us too bad as far as air quality goes. I noticed that there was one burning down there by Andy that apparently is headed north in the opposite direction from him, so we're grateful for that. And not too much else new here, just enjoying the cooler weather. It was I think 88 today, it's supposed to be 84 tomorrow, so we can tolerate that quite nicely. Nothing for the swap, nothing for the round table, and just wanted to jump in here and say hello to you. And good luck on your fighting your noise there. Maybe you can figure out a way to use your transmit antenna to receive with. It's what I've always done, and it seems to balance your coverage a little better that way. WA68CX, WB6ZBX.
Jeff, I have to tell you, your signal is the strongest cleanest one I've heard tonight. So maybe this is an unusual condition. Yeah. Most of the condition is way up there. Putting me over and no noise in the background. Anyhow, yeah, we'll talk to you later in the week. And as I said, I'll probably pull that audio chassis out and do the sort of thing you do. Clean up all the old components that may be totally out of tolerance. Okay. Anyone else? Want to check in? Please come in.
Kilo Alpha 6, Romeo Echo Sierra.
NA7RH.
You can relay on that.
I heard NA7RH in there, George.
Also, KI6CSA was in there. Chris, KI6Sierra Alpha.
And KA6REF as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm still having a lot of trouble with my receiving antenna here. Anyhow, go ahead.
There was a KA6RES out there also.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it's my turn. It says KA6REF. Let me see if I have it. Okay, sounds like I do. Anyway, this is Richard here in California, Fontana, that is. And no AMI number. And let's see what else. There's been a lot of smoke. But anyway, I don't know how anyone's hearing me, but hopefully I might get another okay. But nothing trade seller swap on the round table, and I'm wishing everyone a good evening, and thanks for doing the net. And the radio here is my Yaesu FT890 with an inverted V dipole up about 50 feet. And that's about it on this end. Well, I don't too much else. I don't know if I left out anything, but just Richard here in Fontana. Back to you. This is KA6RES.
Okay, very good. Yeah, the signal came up towards the last half of the transmission. Came up rather nicely. Okay, the conditions the way they are. Let's close the net tonight. Let's see, what time are we talking about? We're talking about 8:49 exactly, precisely right now, according to WWV. And let's open up the round table. I have Thus far, Jay, NY6L, Jeff, KK6IRZ, and Steve, TF6SYD. Anyone else wish to join us, please jump in. Otherwise, Jay, you want to start off NY6L.
Info, please. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm on the phone right now. Carry on, and I'll try to pick it up on the next round. NY6L, back to the phone. Info, please.
Okay, go ahead. I apologize. My noise is so high right now. I'm just on a very super strong signal. It's really hard to copy. But yeah, just jump in. After Steve, KF6SYD. Jay, NY6L, go ahead.
What shall I do?
Jay's on the phone, George. He'll be coming back. And let me see if I've got it.
Okay, 6 hours here.
Well, that was a very nice double or triple. So, JIB said he wanted to be, this is JIB, I wanted to be on the round table. Also, NA7RH was trying to check in, and supposedly also Kilowatt India 6, Charlie Sierra Alpha. So, we should pick NA7RH and AI6CFA before going to the round table. In my opinion, this is Bob, WA9JIB, standing by.
Yeah, okay, Bob. I got you down on the list. Jay, go ahead.
This is KK6IRZ. Steve, I think that George is only hearing you, so why don't you explain to him that there's two other people that wanted to check in and take a turn, and then we can go to the round table.
Alright, let me see if I've got it. KF6SYD. Hold on. Let me see if I've got it now. Okay. Alright, George. There are two people that want to check into the net before we start the round table. So I'm going to call them. And then NY6LJ, he's on the telephone right now, so he can't take his turn on the round table. So what I'm going to do is call the two people that didn't get to check in at the end of the net, and then I'm going to give it to Jeff, KK6IRZ. After I take my turn on the round table, we also have WA9JIB, Bob, who wants to turn on the round table after me. So let's see how all this works. I'm gonna try this now. Let's see how it works. I'm gonna call Bob first. NA7RH, Bob, take your turn for the net tonight.
Okay, very good, Steve. KF6SYD on the net, NA7RH. Well, that's kind of a conundrum there, but we got through, I guess. I didn't really, I knew better than to try to check in when George was net control, but I did. And maybe I shouldn't have, but anyway, that was very nice to listen to, and the strong signals all around, basically, and not too much static or anything else. No QRM from the Southland, so it was enjoyable listening here while I was getting my dinner, so I didn't miss much at all. And my AMI number is 1543. No on the swap, no on the round table. The rate here is the 062.5 Street Peak Special at 82.36 in the final, modulated by 416.25s in parallel push-pull, mostly out of the 1961 through 64 ARRL handbooks. And what else? I already said AMI number 1543, and I don't know what else to report here. Playing on power supply projects and finally figuring out some things that I need to figure out before I play. So back to you, Steve. KF6SYD, NA7RH.
All right, Bob. You were coming in very strong, and I could hear you local and on KFS. I look at KFS. I could see it on the scope. So real good signal tonight, Bob. Thanks for being here. The only other person that wanted to check in before the roundtable would be Chris. Let's see if we can hear Chris. KI6 CSA, Chris, go ahead and take your turn. I don't hear or see Chris. Does anybody else?
No copy here, Steve.
All right. So let's see if Jay got off the phone. If not, Jeff, you pick it up. Let's start the round table now. We're ready. Oh, George, thanks for doing the net. You did a great job. I know you can't hear anything. It's the only reason I'm doing it. So please excuse. NY6L, you ready for round table? If not, Jeff, pick it up. KF6SYD.
Okay. I didn't hear him getting in there, so we'll